How are
Hi.
you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Initially, I just wanted to start on team news. Has anything changed from last game?
Some not good news, and the first one is about Kenny Tete, and he came out last game. The impact in his shin in that moment was clear for everyone that was watching the game on TV as well, and that big knock and tackle had an impact in his knee, and he's going to be out for a long period. Doesn't need surgery or something like that, but he's going to be out of the sessions at least 8 to 10 weeks, and of course it will take longer time for him to be ready after that to help us like he was doing really. And the other situations they are more or less the same. The situation of Harrison Reed, Reece Nelson, as you know. Joaquin is back in the training sessions, training with the team again, and just matter of fitness really to be able to play again. But Kenny, Harrison Reed, Reece Nelson, they are going to be out, plus Andrés Pereira, that is, as you know, is with 50 yellow card.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to ask you around this season, well, this part of the season so far. Eighth in the Premier League. You've not lost in the last 4 games. Are you in some part surprised at the success that the team has had, or has this period kind of changed your outlook and what you'd expect from the team by the end of the season?
Not surprised, really not surprised. Firstly, looking for our performance so far, you should have taken more points even, and probably to be in a different position, being more consistent in some moments of the games or during the games, or even in overall looking to the games. But the way we have been performing, I think, is more than fair, and to be honest, we should have taken more points. If surprised me, no, because normally I'm a really confident one. I'm really ambitious, but realistic, but at the same time confident that what we are capable to do, the players they have with us. I know that can surprise because we lost some big characters in our dressing room, some important players in the last few seasons for this football club last summer, but we are able to have some good players in and to sign some good players that they settle so well, and they have been helping the team in a very good way. And of course, we have already a platform, a base inside our football club that allows ourselves and myself to settle the others quickly and to go in a direction that we want to go. And from pre-season, you start to feel that the things they are going to be in the same direction again. Of course, we have to prove it on the match day, and we have been proving. I think the good thing, the way you are right now, the way I've been performing for me as a manager, the good thing that I still have a feeling that the room is big to improve, and this is a great thing for me. That okay, I have much more to take from them, I have much more to demand from them, and let's keep working hard. Let's keep giving the confidence that they need to perform at the best level, and this is the main thing for me.
Lovely. And lastly for me, on Southampton, they're going through obviously a transitional period yet to appoint their new manager, although there are reports of it being Ivan Juric. For you as a manager, how do you prepare for a team, I guess, when they're going through this transitional phase? Is it the interim that you look at what they had so far this season, or do you look at this new manager they might appoint? How do you prepare for a game like this?
Yes, it's a very good question, and of course, throughout this week, we are looking what are going to be the news. Of course, we are waiting if he's going to be Simon or not in charge of the team, like against Liverpool last Wednesday. If they are going to have time to sign a new manager to be in charge as well. But there are things that we cannot control, and if you cannot control, let's not lose time on it. Let's focus on ourselves. Of course, we are going to know soon who is going to be the manager that is going to be in the touchline, and of course after you have a way to have an idea what is going to be the approach of Southampton against us, or at least try to understand what is going to be the approach, because they can change the approach if it's Simon or the new manager that probably comes or not. And that is the thing for us. If you cannot control, let's focus on ourselves. Let's prepare our players really well. Let's have a plan to the game. If you are going to approach or to have certain type of approach, let's be prepared for each one that comes. And after, you have to go in direction that we have been playing, in believing in ourselves. and being capable to adapt for some things that can happen during the game, or even in the beginning of the game that you don't expect. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi.
With Andreas being suspended, it gives a chance for Emil to come back into the side, we'd assume. Do you think that the qualities that Emil possesses are different? And if so, could you give us an insight as to what he produces in that role?
No, Emil is being so important for us. Of course, Andreas had a very good game last game against Liverpool, and Emil was not in 100% to start the game. I think the decision to start with Andreas was not related that we needed to change something, because this season we already started many games with Andreas and Emil. Emil was not 100% in to start or to play all game. We knew that he was not in his best physical conditions to do it, and of course we tried to keep him on the bench to be able to play 30-25 minutes. That was the time that he was able to play, and that was the reason why. About what he can give us and his quality, I think he showed already in some good spells this season so far. We want is a desire, is his ambition as well to be more consistent performance-wise and throughout the games, to be always there and to don't have spells. I think he had already some impressive displays so far against Newcastle. Great game from him. Against Palace, he was the best player on the pitch, and in the other games some moments as well, being decisive in some games with goals, with assists already. And of course the last few games they have been a bit more difficult for him, because he was not at the best level in physical point of view. Now is a moment for him to be again in the right shape, because when he's there and when you play in our way, he's a decisive player for us.
Hi Martin.
Hi.
Marco, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You've been managing in England for a good few years in different clubs as well. Despite the intensity of the festive season, what do you enjoy the most? Because it's a very special time of the year, the tradition, the history.
Yeah, it's a great moment. Of course, it's intense, it's busy. Normal, the festive period, all of us, you like to enjoy with our families as well, to have some time with them. To be honest, of course, it's busy, but at the same time, because the adaptation is already there and you know what we are going to face, you have time to enjoy as well the family, and at the same time you have time to embrace the challenge that in front of you, and at the same time to enjoy the challenge that is playing 3 in 3 days. To don't have time, enough time to prepare the games. In the middle of the games you have to be aware that the players, they have most of the families around them, and at the same time you have to take care of everything in the same time and try to enjoy a little bit the family as well. But the moment, the Boxing Day, everything that what is around that days in terms of football here is something really good. And of course we as a managers or as a players, we should enjoy as well, because it's something that is not normal in the other countries.
Can I please ask you about Anthony Robertson? He set up more goals than any other top flight defender, maybe the best fullback in the league at the moment. There's lots of rumors about maybe him moving in January. I'm not going to ask you about it, but I will ask you. You've been working with Anthony for a while. How would you describe his progress, his development as a player?
He's developing him in a way that, first of all, he should be proud of. I know him very well, not just from Fulham. He's the 4th season with me, but I knew him from Everton. He was my player at Everton before he went in a different chapter. He went for a championship, to have more games and to go to Wigan, and after to go around. And after I met with him again here at Fulham Football Club, in a different place for him, already as a football player, a bit more mature, but his progress, his development the last 3-4 seasons is being really good. And I said that he should be proud, because he's working really hard, always with the right mindset, always ready to learn, not just in offensive process. Of course now comes more under the radar, the assists, how we support our attack, how he's being decisive for us, our left hand side with him Alex and Emil, or with him Alex and Andreas, or last season was with the different wingers, but always him there. He's being impressive, but even off the ball in our defensive organization is improving in many ways. His defensive setups, the position, the body language, in everything is improving really and of course is a work from all of us with him. But the main thing is about Robinson, and is the way he's always open to learn, and the way every single day he come here and he puts all the energy that he has to have a good session, and of course after has an impact on a match day. About the assists, and because he's being the player with the more assists or the defender with more assists in Premier League so far. Last season he was the defender with more assists in open play. He's not a set pieces taker, what means that not only set pieces is not going to make an assist, but even last season he was the fullback with more assists in open play. It's not something new for us. He is improving. The last decision, that was something that a player like him that arrives so many times, the way you play, the way we provide for him the things, he arrives so many times there, of course, was a step that he was really important for him to give in terms of decision making, and he's improving that aspect as well, and I'm really pleased for it.
You've been the Fulham manager now for several years. Would you agree that this current version of Fulham, this is the strongest Fulham side we've seen since you became the manager?
You have been improving, I don't have doubts. Last season I had the feeling, even if the end of the season the position on the table was lower than the season before when you finished 10, and the last season was a little bit lower, and I didn't have doubts that last season was better than the other one. The position on the table, I think, for some people speaks louder, but as a whole, the way the team played, the way the team had certain time of performance, achieving the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup for the first time ever in this football club, but more than that, the way you perform as a whole, the way when you were at our best level, we were really a really good side and enjoyable for our fans. I think this season you have already more times in that way to play, in that to being really strong, to be difficult to play against, to be able to show different faces as a team. And of course this season so far, the way you started until now, is being really good. I cannot hide that, but no one is going to be to achieve something in December. No one is going to be a successful person or team in December. We have more 6 months to play, and we have to keep proving our quality, because middle of December no one win nothing, no one achieve nothing, and we have to keep proving our quality. Thank you.
Marco, losing Kenny Tete, that's a big blow. I would suggest this season he's probably been one of the first players on your team sheet.
Yes, it's a big blow, no doubts about it. When Kenny Tete has in his place a player like Timothy Castagne, and is able to start almost all the games this season so far, showed how he's performing, how he's training every single day as well, because Timothy Castagne was impressive last season. He came for our football club and he took completely the position, and first time that he got a position and he didn't give chance for Kenny Tete last season. And this season was slightly the opposite, because Timothy Castagne came a little bit late and Kenny had a very good pre-season and is performing so well. Not because Timothy is not at this level at all. Timothy is a really good right back for us, and last season he showed that. He's been showing in his career. But yes, Kenny is doing so well, and it's a big blow for us. It's going to be a time for Timothy come and to show his quality again. He's more than ready for it, and he has all the trust from ourselves, and more than that, he has the quality to do it in a very good way. And probably is one of the positions that just matter of who is going to start, because they are different football players, but they are both very good two right backs, and we are really comfortable with the situation. But of course, I would prefer to have both ready than just one.
You say you've been playing very well recently, almost disappointed really that you didn't pick up more points against teams like Arsenal and Liverpool. But with Southampton struggling, is it important that the players don't get complacent? They don't feel that this match is won before you've played it?
Yes, if you are going to be in this direction, it's something that we've been talking about. It's going to be the first step to do mistakes and to don't be able to win the game. I know that they are different, but 5 weeks ago we played against Wolves in the last international break, and they were not in a good moment. They were not achieving good results. They were in the bottom of the table, and the reality that wasn't our best game for sure. we didn't perform the way we should, the way we know how to do it, and the reality that we lost the game. I think we had a good example 5 weeks ago. We have been talking about the approach that we should have in the game, and of course, as I said, the past is already done. We did. We achieved points, probably in some games, and more in Liverpool and Tottenham, probably against Arsenal we were winning, but I think Arsenal second half, they showed the quality to get the result, and they push us really back second half. For example, against Tottenham and Liverpool, they were different games and probably should have taken more points from that games than just a draw. But that 4 games and that 4 performance, they are going to have a bigger impact. And if you do well, and if you perform well against Southampton, and that is the main thing for us. Let's go again. Let's perform the way we know we can do it. And for sure, if you are going to do it, we are going to be close to achieve a good result. Respecting really Southampton, the quality they have, because if you are in Premier League, you have quality enough. You can have some spells and some moments that you are struggling in terms of results, but in your moment, everything can change. And let's hope, and we are going to do our job to don't change against ourselves.
Your record at home is that you always score, but you also always concede so far this season.
Yes.
Are you happy for that to remain the case as long as you score more than?
No. I'll prefer really to don't concede, because the way you play, the way we find solutions and you create chances. We are going to have chances to score. I think we did score 15 games in a row. I think it's the first time that happened with Fulham Football Club in Premier League. And of course, it's something that we do. But answer direct to you, I would prefer to win a game without conceding goals, because it's something really important for us and gives us even more confidence in our approach, in the way what we are doing.
Well, Ange Postecoglou says he wants to play entertaining football. It's important to entertain in the Premier League. Do you agree with that?
I agree, and Ange is a great manager. He's a great communication. His communication is really good as well. We all understand what he's saying. Of course, he has his own way to play, and he really respects it. And he wants to win football matches like all of us, and that is the main thing. Of course, if you ask him, he'll prefer to win without conceded. I think all of us we want it, but of course I understand what he's saying. You go for a match to make the people enjoy the way you play football, to make the results speaking always louder, but we want people to enjoy. And if they can enjoy a good football match, both teams trying to win the game is always better than to see a bit more boring game. And I understand what he's saying, and I agree with him.
Because I think you get that from Fulham at the moment, don't you think?
Yes, because it's the way, it's our identity. We go for a game to win a football match. But I cannot answer to you in a different way. If you ask me if I would prefer to don't concede a goal and to win the clean sheet, 100% sure, because it's something that we have as a goal for each match, is to don't concede as well, to score and to don't concede. But yes, it's our image. If you prepare your players to play in certain way, if you have your own identity, your own philosophy, of course, is to win football matches, is to try to perform well, to make the people that support yourself, the football, the fans of the football club, of course, you want them to enjoy, and to, when they see our team playing, to have a connection with the team. And of course, the best way to do it is to play football that they can feel that is the football that they want to see.